Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Let me get things rolling over here. Hello, as always, to Sword Rush. Thank you for dropping links in the chat. If you want to join the Discord, you can find him there. Devaney, I think I recognize that one. Horizon Talker, good to see you. Okay. I've been doing some stuff. It's been a while since the last DevStream. Easter and then just other things kept coming up. But there's been some improvements to the game, but it still looks very similar to how it was before, despite quite a bit of content being added. So the goal tonight is to implement some changes. Let me also see, is my desktop audio muted? It is not. Doot, 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 doot. I have some ambiance. Let me know if it's not loud enough or too loud. How you feel about the volume? Okay. All right. So right now, what we have going on, we have a couple of things we got to resolve in the next day or two because I need to finish setting up the Steam page, or at least setting up the first pass at the Steam page in time for Next Fest. Now it's up. We're going to run just on the main game scene, not the start page. Set. I finished Have Spell Will Travel, Horizon Talker, by the way. Smidge loud, okay. Seems very quiet to me, but that's... okay. I'll just turn it up like that. Okay. It's not a good sign that the engine is crashed for some reason. We're off to a strong start. What is it? I never have problems with this until I'm streaming. This is just great. Hold on. For one thing, I've got Audacity running in the background that I don't need. Oh. Okay. Close that. Close the program. What are you not liking about this? Let's see. This crashes again. Just right off the rip here. I don't actually know what's... Alright, we're just gonna turn that down. I don't know why the music's not playing in this. We got to get rid of some of this here. Okay. Got that all popping up correctly. But we need to get rid of these test cards. I need to put something up here. And then the other thing is I need to change how this is, because this information does not... Essentially, I don't think that this is the correct set of information that we really need. Okay, so let me Yeah, actually, here, I'll show you one other thing that I'm... Just like a new feature here. So we've got... part of the reason I want to do this is because I want to swap in visuals for these buttons. But we have conditional resolutions, so we've got some more stand-ins there. But we have events, non-repeating events, things like that. Okay, so we need to resolve the cards. Actually, we don't need the encounter scene. I've covered up my chat, so I can't see if you guys are talking. I'm so sorry. Engine Mortis, yes. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna go ahead and close Discord now. So just send me a text if I need to know something immediately. Wife of mine. All right. Talk. There we go. I'm missing all the very important chatter from you guys. I should have known. We're going to close the HUD for now. Come back to that in a minute. Go for an easy win of modifying the level map. And so this is currently how the map node is created. This is not the optimal way, but I decided that it's a good way that gives me semi-random results without taking too much out of me. So here's or in terms of time. All right, so we got the event card. There's a texture. Oh, it's an animation. No, it's not. What is this? What am I looking at? Is that not a texture button? It is. Okay. All right. Ooh, I was wrong about how big this was. It's not ideal. Hold on here. Missing these streams, I'm sure it's a window into the wonderful mind of me. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got... We just have basically card backs, so let's create some new folders here. Then we need those into the attributes and create a new. We only have one card back currently, but that's fine. Okay. So let's stick that in there. Okay. So it is bigger than what I told. I screwed this one up. What size is it? 100 by 140. And what size should it be? 70 by 98. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna... Can I resize that? Texture button. Scale. It does not appear to have worked. What is up with that position? That doesn't seem right either. Ah, okay. I hope that you're flying solo for not bummer reasons. Moment. All right, so size. Did I not just do that? And then it doesn't, so it just resets it immediately. Is there no way to... No. I despise doing things that way. Let me just... Oh. GIMP. Anyway, but yeah, I'm sorry. I was, I think I started talking about have spell will travel, and then I forgot to keep going. But I enjoyed it. And I definitely think it's a good value for the money. Picked up something else recently that I'd been kind of waiting around on. I can't remember what it was. It's on the Kindle, but I've been reading the physical copy of I forget what it is. The book 2 of Herman P. Hunter's, like, Revenant and the Cult. I think it's like Revenant and the Witchwood or something. I don't remember. Revenant and the Cult, like Journey to Witchwood. I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly. But and we'll fix that later. We'll clean that up because I already want to take the splotches off of this so that I can add them back in as a randomized layer. So let me find that. Get the card back over here. Oh. That work? Okay, there we go. Still does not seem... Do we know what centered means? Are we joking? Why would it do that? Oh. Oh no. 48? Yeah. Okay. No, 49 probably. Doesn't actually matter. Am I having an aneurysm here? No, I see. All right. Well, let's do this now. Revenant and the Hedge. I'm very sorry to hear that, Sword Rush. Yeah, and you're welcome to do that, Mr. Horizon Talker. Okay, I despise the outline that I have. That's a temporary rectangle that I got there. I do like the way this is swapping in and out. I got to figure out a better background here, but yeah. Okay. All right, so that is working. I don't like the smart rectangle, the smart patch. Well, for this, for the cards... Oh, that's all right. Don't worry about that. That's an easy fix. Conceptually, it's a good concept. It's just, it would be easier to do it with a shader and get it to be fully randomized. What am I trying to accomplish here? Does this even need to be here? Let's think. Okay, so something needs to be there. Just a bit. We could hypothetically What am I doing? Yeah, it's well, it's worth asking. Yeah, I know, right? Trying to make a game that people want to pay like between $10 and $15 for. I tell you what, I'm going to say that we can just leave the smart patch rec just like that, because that's an auto sizing thing. I don't think I actually need this in that case. Let me just do it like that. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I'm going to reevaluate having a border on these, and we're just going to incorporate it to the we're going to extend this texture so that it has a bit of fall off, and we can make it look more like a card. And we'll just do that as part of the image. So don't go resizing this or anything to that 70 by 98 quite yet. We'll figure something out. And that'll take a little bit of tinkering and some rounded corners and things like that. Okay. Next thing I wanted to do, so if we got the map nodes taken care of, so that means we can go into the player HUD again. So all this is invisible when we start. Just think about this. All right. I actually don't like this one as much. Okay, so if we're sitting here like this, tackling the deep questions tonight. What am I doing here? Yeah, I think that's what I just said. For one thing, I don't want these to always pop up. I think I want them to only display under certain situations, or if you're like holding the, or have like a little like query corner there. Okay. So let's go over here, unhide everything. Yeah, maybe so. Either that or clean both of them up to the same, and then we can do a shader to add grid or something like that. But let's not get into tinkering with the art to that degree yet. That's something that we can even manage post demo, so we don't need to worry about that for a while. Okay. This current role, where is that? It's under the dice tray. Those are the stats. And and that's the current role. So if we let me do this. We did something like that. That's the stats. Oops, wrong thing. Oh no. Is there not a way to lock it to... There it is. Okay. A dung beetle? No, we're probably gonna hold off on that one. Okay. Let's see. So then we need to start having the label. What am I doing? The current role disappears. All right, where is your center top layout position anchors? Bottom left. Okay. Okay. All right. Should be easier. I can't change all of them at the same time. Irritating, whatever. Interesting. I had no idea. I've never I hear people talk about Hollow Knight. I understand why people like it. I have not beaten it. I certainly have not played it very much. Okay, so then the totals. If we say that's a full ranked, then we move it. Why? Why did I do that? I get this dice roll over top. One over top of it. Okay, so what should the minimum size be? Let's call it 100. And oh, I see now. 100. What happens if I hit 90? Aha, so it has to be 100. Okay. So what do I do on all these? All right. So you can change it just sometimes. Very odd. We're gonna move that position up slightly. All right, there we go. Not gonna stay that way. Now I'm questioning about the symbols, but anyway, okay, let's just assume. Let me see if I can do this. What happens? Does the HUD show up? Okay, there's a little bit of oddness, but for the most part, good. Current role showing up for no reason there at the end. Yeah, I have to work on sound effects too. Right. Defender's crest, huh? Let's keep moving here. A heroic odor, huh? That's pretty funny. Yeah, so these numbers all definitely need to be moved up. Okay. All right. So that's moving. That's working pretty much the way I want. I'm not sure if I'd want to emit a heroic odor, but, you know, to each their own. Labels are good. These all need to be moved. About like that. Which, if we look at the layout, is what? About -7. We do -8, or will that mess everything up? Good. Man, speaking of timely, I don't know why, but you said timely manner, and it occurred to me that I have not drank my coffee in a timely manner. Okay, well, that is not exactly what I wanted to get done tonight. I still need to figure out how I'm going to incorporate, how I want to incorporate the visuals, the attribute. Let's think about this here. We might want to go for a more abstract faith symbol. I think that these should be more in the dice. Can that dice pop up? Where's the dang dice pop up? Is that the info panel? No, that's where the info panel is. Okay. Where's the player UI? Player stats, currency, inventory, dice tray, dice display. There it is. Okay. This has not been touched in, I think, since I made the game in the game jam. If you can't tell, it's a bit rudimentary, shall we say. Top left. Oh. Let's not do that. And then, so that's the control node for the entire thing. No, that's not what I want. Oh, interesting. Ooh, very strange. Why is it doing that? Oh, because I put it here. If I do 100 like that, then it starts moving that vigor tab around. You know what to do with that rectangle there? I'm so glad. Well, faith is kind of meant to be sort of like a wisdom attribute as well. So let me give me 600 there. Move them down. No, that's too much. Okay. All right, let's do that. That is ridiculous. This is not... Why is that the opposite? What on earth? Hold on, this is very strange. So let's just make that appear. Oh, even if I make it visible. Dagnabbit. Okay. So am I setting its position somehow? Hold on. Come back. Okay, so there's the... What is this anchoring off of? This is anchoring off of player UI. Oh, okay. So I'm doing something dumb here. All right. I figured out what's going on here. This... Just undo this silly things that I changed. Okay. I did not get into the combat in Hollow Knight. I thought the environment was much more interesting. So, guys, here brainstorming time. We have, for clarity, okay, that's vigor. For vigor, we actually have a tree. For grace, we have this swooping. For faith, we have a bibble, which I think I can't think of anything better. Holy smokes! And in clarity, we have kind of like the sun. Glow. Clarity would be this. This would kind of be more like order. Maybe scales. Faith? The faith is like wisdom. I don't know. Maybe faith could be tree. But if this interacts, I hadn't thought about this interacting with the magic system that I was thinking of. But if it did, you know, grace is kind of chaotic, vigor is nature, clarity is light, and then this one would be order, faith and order. It's kind of a, I'm not sure. Devaney, can you explain the grace symbol? It's kind of a, I assumed it was kind of like a sweeping wind or a wave. Yeah. If you're not getting grace from that. Yeah, we need some way to spice up the book visually. You could also have like a little dude sitting, like a monk type person. I don't know. And by the way, I think on this we need to shrink the top side of it so that you can see the edges, because this won't always be boxed in firmly. But I also think let's look at these in mud. There we go. So that's what they would actually look like. For example, that got rid of the weird black line down here. I don't know why it does that if you don't have the... Yeah, maybe so. Sword Rush, Horizon Talker, do you have thoughts? Scrolls? Yeah, what? Obviously, why would we not have a scroll or a tablet? That would be a much better idea. That's kind of a wisdom and faithy sort of thing as well. Tablets, maybe. But we need a symbol for grace. We could kind of have like a wave. Like you're flowing like water, perhaps? I mean, I didn't think of it either, Devaney. Let's see. Back on dice display. So if that is where that goes, what does this do with the dice display? Does it? It does. Look at this. It gives it a position. How strange. Let's reset all that. Why would it give it a position and a size? All right, let's make sure it does exactly what I think it's going to do. No, that would also be kind of good. Because the more order or faith oriented, oops, I should check. Okay, yes, that does precisely what I thought it was going to do. All right, so let's go back over here. I'm going to center left, give it a width of 800. And then try that again. Oh, it does not do what I expected it to do. Okay. Why you do this, huh? Okay, still not doing what I think it's supposed to do. Okay, so we'll save that. Holy smokes. There we go. Why is this? What is going on here? Something moving it around. Okay, so we're almost there. It's because I'm getting it now. It's because this is this tiny little thing. Oh, I hate that I did this. This is an artifact of my stupidity. During the game jam when I was just doing things, going fast. I realize now what I've done. Oof. What an irksome thing. Oh no. Yeah, mountain, grace. What about grace is water? Huh? Do you think people think that water, like a wave, is graceful? Oh my goodness. All right. I think I'm gonna burst. Blood vessel in my eye. I didn't hit mortis last time. Come on. All right, we'll see. We'll see what got saved. Yeah. Speaking of brain damage, have you guys been, I don't know if you guys have listened to any of the podcasts that I think there's 2 episodes out now that Jake and I have done. I'm curious if you guys have listened to any of them, and if you have, if you've enjoyed them. I think Horizon Talker, I know you left a note on one of them or a comment. I think Sword Rush you did. But if there's anything you want us to talk about, that would be, I'd be curious about that. Let's just do this the dumbest way we can. Just do that. Brute force. Maybe not the dumbest way we can, but we'll just brute force it. Yep, there we go. Excellent. That's basically what I was looking for. Now, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, some of the podcasts are a little bit rambly. Part of this is also us just figuring out how to do a podcast. We do not need... Well, I want to keep the close button there for now. And dice type. Where's the... What is this? What is this? What's this right here? Background. Color rect. Nice display. I don't understand. Where is the background color coming from? Oh, I've got two of these silly things. Okay, that's extremely funny. Why would I have done this? Okay. I love this. Why did I do it this way? Holy smokes. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, I've done a thing. That's super funny. Okay. You might ask yourself, why would you do it this way? And I am asking myself the very same thing. All right, so. Oh, and that's not even a child of that. Why would it be like this? Do I have these? Okay, thank goodness. Move this around. H-box. In you go. Swoop. H-box. Layout. Full rect. There we go. Okay, and then we need to, what are these? Are those a sprite? I don't like that. Texture rectangle. You go in front. And then we are going to use the main symbol for vigor. And how big are you? You are that. Should be 80. Can't control. Let's do one of the different ones. We got stretching. Keep aspect. Keep aspect centered. There we go. All right. I do not love this. Alignment, center. Spacing. I'm terrible at topics, so I don't know the best. Yeah, I'm not convinced people want to listen to our thoughts either, but you know, these are really conversations. To be frank, the podcast is in no small part a result of just conversations that Jake and I were already having, and Jake thinking that other people would want to listen to them, which, I mean, obviously people want to listen to what I have to say, as I am so smart. I am the best. Probably break. No, I wouldn't break anything if I do that. We're just gonna make that. Oops. I did break it. I done broke it. Null pointer. Okay, so we did. Reveal thyself. Okay, so I'm glad that I changed this now. All right, let's get rid of these. The next episode is going to be about gaming. Just by the by. Gotta wonder why I did it like this. Whatever. Yeah, we do kind of maybe get a little bit scattered. Okay. So I'm going to, before this gets any more out of hand, change these. Oh no, I don't need to change that one. Okay. So then dice display. Oops. All right. Title. What is that? Is that an extra rectangle? I think it is. All right, and then UI stuff. All right, let's put this in here. What type is that? That's what I want to know. What is my... Is that a texture? What is this? Oh, it's a constant. So dice display. What is it? Is that just texture? Not texture. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I know. This is more... We talked a little bit about the... Uh-oh. Wow. Compressed texture to the... Oh, okay. All right. Dumb mistake. All right. I still think this is not going to work, but we'll try. No, it did work. I don't like the way the X... All right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right. It's got to be tweaked anyway, but I feel like this is a good stopping spot. I've accomplished a few things. The engine has not crashed. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate your thoughts on the symbols, and hopefully before the next one, I don't know if it's going to happen this week or next week or the week after, but hopefully on the next one I'll have a demo out and I'll have hassled you guys to play through it, and we'll be able to start getting some changes integrated into that. So at any rate, I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening and a good week. I will be talking to you next Sunday, barring some kind of unplanned changes and things. But regardless, have yourself a good one, and I will talk to you soon.